Okay, and it's Wednesday,
Might be YouTube.
September.
You got church?
Get church right here at Canonsburg UP Church. It's September 25th.
25th, all day long.
All the day
for
long.
Another almost 11 hours.
Oh my, such a long day, the 25th.
So I guess there's been more of the 25th that's already passed us.
Well, you think?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we're late. We're 13 hours into it.
We're 13 hours. That's what I'm saying.
13 hours-ish.
Yeah,
We're
but
not late.
more of the awaken hours are ahead of us.
Unless you're a night shift person, right?
Well, you know what?
He does have nap time, though. I don't know what.
Oh, you have to have nap
4
time.
hours in the afternoon.
I'm on a countdown to nap time now.
Well, yeah, less than an hour. That's why we have to end early. Ken always makes it seem like something else. He just has to get to his nap
That's very true.
and his nappy.
Now, nappy in England means
What
a
was
whole other thing.
Yeah, what is it? What's a nappy?
It's a diaper.
Mm-hmm.
See, you thought I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Guess where I learned that?
Lynn Kearns.
No.
Oh, she's downstairs right now.
Palm Springs.
Palm Springs. You've got another Palm Springs story. Kenton went to Palm Springs.
Several times.
He was having some difficulties.
Laid on the beach.
There's no beach in Palm Springs.
He was having some difficulties, and someone offered him a nappy.
No, I happened to be visiting someone who also had another visitor from England,
And they were using a nappy.
and they saw the truck go past that says nappies. And the gentleman said, in England, that means a diaper. I said, not here.
Yeah.
Yeah. We speak English in the United States.
Yeah.
I love America.
In England, they speak.
Yeah, improper English. All kind of extra U's. I don't know. I just don't know.
You're in chipper spirits today, but I realize that we need to offer you our condolences.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. And I send that out to my family that's watching right now, too. Yes.
Yes, we are on the same love. Your brother Jerome
Jerry.
Passed away suddenly
On Saturday.
on Saturday. And he was your older brother because
He was the oldest brother
all of your
By
brothers
16 years.
by 16 years. Yeah.
and he had a special place in your heart. He played piano.
Yes, he played the piano. Yeah. He had a lighter touch than I did. He and played a little more jazzy,
Ooh,
as
okay.
implied
All right.
by some of those chords in
Some
the
music
song.
and he, along with your sister-in-law, came
Came
out
here, yeah.
2 years ago.
Was it 2 years?
On
3
a
years?
bus trip in the fall.
Yeah, filled the place up.
And they were the Garden Club, is that right?
The Garden Club. Garden and Rail Club, maybe?
The Granville Garden and Rail Club?
Yeah.
And they came here to Canonsburg.
They
Yeah.
did. They were on their
Bus full.
To see what?
Me.
To see. I thought they were doing gardening or.
No, they were doing a tour, and they
went beyond.
On the tour, originally was Canonsburg to go to the candy store. And when they saw Canonsburg, they switched the time at the candy store so they could come in here. So they
came
in
here to the sanctuary. Oh, nice.
They parked the bus up top, and they all walked down. And there was a lot of them.
Yep, there was.
Yeah.
And your brother.
That was
and
October.
Your brother
Sat right here.
I want to say second row, but it might have been the first row.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. So that's a nice remembrance of that. That was a
They did that during this 1 hour show. They came
Yeah.
and just listened to you play and talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys talk also?
No, we didn't talk then.
Yeah, okay.
I was the only one, and
All right.
I told everybody who was here,
Yeah.
and my brother and
Good.
So it was nice. It was a nice day for us. But yes, he passed on Saturday, and he would be my oldest living brother. Yeah. Now it's Kenny and I and my sister Diane.
that's it.
Yeah.
See,
And
and I
then
don't
there
think
were
you're going to
three.
be able to take a nap today
Why?
because it sounds to me like you've got some practicing to do.
Alvin.
So Kenton's going to
Alvin.
play the piano at the funeral.
Now, if
and
you haven't
he came in
learned-
here earlier and he put
If
music
you-
out on the piano and
Alvin,
said, I have
I'm
to
going to
play
make
this at the
confession
funeral. And
right here in public. I'm going to make a public confession. Okay? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Just remember that it's very
I
public.
know, I know. It's very public. Are
Okay.
you ready?
All right.
Sometimes I do fake it on the piano.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Okay.
Whew.
I
wasn't sure what you were going to confess to.
That
I thought you were just going to unload on
sometimes.
Al.
No, I
But
would
when
never
you have to
do that.
play
Yeah.
real music, you can't fake it.
Well, I can fake it with real music too. Oh yes.
That's how I got through 5 years, six years of band.
Here's how, okay?
Yeah.
Because you include the most familiar parts. So when you get to the part that you're not so sure about,
Just
you
skip.
can just not skip it, but
Change it a little.
just play the little melody and move to the next easy chord.
So when you get to like a G sharp diminished.
Yeah. That's not happening.
Okay.
In
all
my
right.
world.
In
Okay?
your world. All right. Well,
In my world.
As
And
I
there's
tried
nobody singing it.
As I tried to accompany you, it wasn't happening more. I don't even know what that looks like.
Well, and there's nobody singing it anyhow. That's part of the prelude.
Oh, I thought somebody was going
No,
to sing
no.
along to it. That's why I was worried that
Oh,
you
no.
had to have it, right.
No,
right
no,
in
I'll
there.
fake it.
Thank
Yeah.
He could play 7 or 8 bars of it, and they'd be, oh, we love it.
That's it. That's exactly, you got it.
You included that. Thank you so
Now,
much.
those of you who are from Granville and may be listening today, just because you're bored waiting for other stuff to happen, I'm not faking it. It'll be exactly like you remember
Don't
it.
listen to any of the songs beforehand, so you know what they
That's,
sound
don't
like.
listen, yeah,
You're better off
don't
not
refresh
knowing.
your memory. Okay, don't refresh your memory. But I got the hymn, just so you guys know. I'm down to "You're My Everything" by Nat King Cole. Now, you know what? That's going to get comments today.
What?
"You're My Everything" by Nat King Cole.
You
They're
think so?
gonna- Yeah, they're going to comment on that.
What are they going to say?
They're going to say,
What
"Oh,
is
I
that
know. I
song?
remember that song."
You think so?
Yeah.
Did you remember that song?
No, we never heard it before.
And we could tell.
You know why? Because it required reading the notes. See, you guys just think I'm super piano, but I'm really not.
No, we know you are.
No, I'm really not, Alvin. So, you were away last weekend, right?
I was.
Cheering on your favorite alma mater?
Yes, I was there.
What was the score?
56-0.
And you stayed the entire time?
No,
I was going to
Were
say.
you in the stadium at all?
we were in the stadium till partway through the fourth quarter.
Oh, wow. That's
Oh, okay.
pretty
I
impressive.
think we missed the last touchdown.
Okay.
Why? Not that I'm the huge fan, but people often say, "Well, that game was, I'd have left in the second quarter." I mean, I'm not saying I would have. People would say on
If
a
you're
game
a fan of the other team, yeah.
well, no, even at
There was a good crowd, 109,000.
Nice.
was there?
Yeah,
Wow,
it was bigger than the week before.
wow. All white or white? They have a white out?
No,
No.
So you got to wear blue?
whatever color you wanted.
Yeah.
Aw.
What color did you
You
wear?
wore blue and
wore,
white.
Blue shirt, yes.
You know,
But I brought in a white sweatshirt because I thought there was a chance I
Just
might
in-
need it, because where we sit at, it's like a wind tunnel, and
Yeah.
it can be 75 degrees, and everybody out in the sun is taking their clothes,
Dawn.
taking their sweatshirts off and feeling hot. And when they're sitting out in the sun, we're not in the sun, and it's like in a wind tunnel, and it feels like it's a wind chill factor of 52. So the
Really?
week before, didn't prepare well enough, and we were way too cold,
Really? Oh.
and this week we were way too hot.
Well, no, that's okay. You could always take off layers.
Well, yeah, so just to a point.
Oh well, yeah. Well,
And the usher comes by and says, "Excuse me, sir, I need to escort you,
you need
from the
to-
premises."
You need to put your pants back on.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. You know who would have their pants off first?
I don't even want to know.
I-
So speaking
speaking
of,
of pants
there
off,
we go.
somebody did the air conditioning.
Yeah, I
Yes.
went down and turned it on. Yes.
Oh, that was very kind.
I had a question.
Okay, don't make it hard because this is a rough week.
Well,
I've got to practice.
so actually,
I have to drive. I'm going out of my 15317.
so this is kind of inspired.
Oh,
So you're leaving. You're changing your routine.
yeah. I don't do that well.
So not to diminish your loss in any way.
No.
But this is an interruption, right?
Well, yes, it's an interruption
And I was
because you know what a homebody I am.
yes. So
I am. I'm a homebody.
so let me pitch you a question. Why don't you share about a time where you've been interrupted, or maybe you've interrupted someone else, or whatever, but an interruption. And what you did God do something in that time, that situation?
You just putting this to me now? I mean to draw one.
Yeah, I'm putting it to you now for the first time.
Yeah, and in the text 2 hours ago.
So, Don, I was thinking about your question.
Okay.
I was wondering what was your take on it.
Oh, you want me to start first?
Sure.
I can.
Well, I was wondering what your take on it was too, because
Okay.
interruptions can come in a lot of ways.
Yes.
Yeah, did you get interrupted today?
When your life gets interrupted, when your day gets interrupted, when your lifestyle gets interrupted, there's a lot of interruptions. I'll tell you one with mine.
Okay.
So back in 1997, goes way back, I lost my job. So I was working for this company that it was a pipeline company, and they had been up for sale a couple other times, and the first time they went up for sale, they ended up getting bought, but the company came to me and said, listen, we can't sell this. We're going to sell the company, but we can't sell it without you, because there was only 3 people involved in the company. I said, we need you to help us sell it to the next guy, and you don't need to go look for another job right now, but we'll pay you. We'll give you a severance package if you stay till the bitter end, and if the next company hires you on, that'll be fine. We'll still pay you severance. And so went through that one time, and next company hired me, and I got my severance, and it was a great deal. And then a couple years later, that company didn't want us anymore, and they sold it, but they said, listen, we need you to hang on here until we go, and they left, and I got a nice package when they left, and I went to work for the next company. Well, then the next time it got sold to a local company, Equitable Gas, and Equitable Gas had plenty of people on their staff to handle all the intricacies of the pipeline that was for sale, and they ended up selling it. And the day before Christmas, I found out, boom, well, they said, we might hire you, this is what we'll offer you. And I said, well, no, I don't like that package. How about this? And they said, nope, sorry, you're gone. And so on Christmas Eve, I'm out of a job. And I'm going, wow, that's a big deal, especially when
how many kids did you have?
At the time, we had all of our kids. We had all 4, and really big deal to just all of a sudden nothing. And so then you had to go look for another job. And
it's a great time to look for another job too, right? Like right at the close of a year.
But sometimes first of the year, companies are making a new start, making new plans for the new year and stuff. And I ended up getting 2 offers in 15 days, and I ended up taking another job, and it was fun. It was a fun job, and but it was a lot of insecurity there, and a lot of unknowns, and a lot of little bit of hard times for a short period of time.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, I had a company vehicle with this other company, so not only did I have to get a new job, I had to get a vehicle to be able to drive to work, and I mean, there was a lot of ups and downs,
disruptions.
And I'm sure that I had moments where I'm sure I prayed. I'm sure I asked God for assistance, and I got to believe that was God that was helping me in some regard. And I look back on it, and it was just a bump in the road. And we have a lot of bumps in the road, and we just have to be able to deal with them properly. And I think that my relationship with God gave me enough comfort to know that probably good things are going to become of it, and as long as you are reasonable and work hard, that good things will happen, and they did.
Nice. Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
that's a nice story. What's yours, Don?
So today that question was inspired by the fact that my day was interrupted multiple times. So it was interrupted nicely by Al, but that interruption only even was offered. It only happened for 2 reasons.
See, I hate the thoughts of you just sitting down in your office, twiddling your thumbs, not knowing what to do. What am I going to do?
How am I going to spend my time?
And so it's good to stop in every once in a while.
100%.
That's what I think.
Make sure he's got something to do,
Yeah, somebody to talk to.
Makes him feel important.
Yeah.
And a lot of other good things. So.
Yeah.
But you came in earlier than I normally would be in the office. Funny enough, your day was interrupted, or your routine was kind of interrupted because last night you watched your 3 grandkids, your 3 local grandkids.
That was a good thing.
Good thing. And that pushed you or made you bring in your grandson to daycare.
Right.
Which put you then...
And I saw your car in the lot, and I said, this is good.
I'm going to go in and talk to Don. Yeah. So I was only
So you said to yourself, I'm going to pull a Kenton on him. Go ahead.
So I was only there because one of my children did not wake up in time to get the bus. And I decided that...
Which child would that have been?
I thought, I'm not throwing anybody under that bus.
There's only 2 of them.
You've got a 50-50 chance now. It's not Brennan. So anyway, I decided, you know what? I'm just going to go into. I'm going to drop them off at school, and I'm just going to go to the office.
Okay.
What do you mean?
You said him.
I said them. I said them.
Okay.
Yeah. I intentionally
All right.
did not gender my child because yes, it would be obvious if it was. Anyway, so I dropped them off at school, and then came to the office and started
So
working.
you actually took both kids to school today?
Maybe not. I'm trying to anyway. So my day was interrupted a little bit, but by doing that, it put me in a position to be able to have a great conversation with Al, which I was like, hey, that was good. Now there's more interruptions that happened throughout my day,
like what?
Already.
Like what's another interruption after Al?
Well, you came into my office later too, so like that was
I
kind
never
of interruption. But anyway,
why are you wiping your face like that in angst?
so
Why?
but here's a couple other little quick stories. When I 20.
Come on, just spit it
I'm
out,
trying
will
to do
ya?
math here. 26 years ago,
Yeah.
I heard about a program called the 40-hour,
Work week.
30-hour famine,
40-hour
30-hour famine, 30-hour, 40-hour famine.
You didn't eat?
And so that was the deal, is that you didn't eat. That
was
took
not
some extra
good for
time
you.
to pray, and maybe you raised some money for a ministry. So I was just kind of feeling like this might be a nice thing for me, and I interrupted my weekend and took part in this, and it ended with
How did you not eat of all people?
I know, a time of prayer.
It's only 30 frickin' hours.
That's a long...
Yeah, it might have been 40, but even
You never
still,
really
still
saw
not.
him eat before. I mean, the man Hooverizes
Anyway,
everything.
so at the end of that, we met up and had a time of breaking that fast and reflecting and praying, and it just ended up being 2 of us there.
They made it for the 30 hours.
No, they came to that meeting.
Oh.
The other person happened to be the woman that I ended up marrying. So
Was she cooking at Denny's?
no,
Oh.
that was a little bit later. But anyway, so that is part of what led
So
us
Bridget came and was hungry with you.
to start dating and then get married.
She was hungry with you then for 30 hours.
Sure, we weren't
together. Did you go out to eat together after?
No. There was a.
Well, that was rude.
We met up in a prayer chapel for snacks. That's
Oh,
what
well,
it was.
all right,
Yeah.
all right.
But
That was free. That's why
that was
you
a
did that.
choice to interrupt my life. But then 5 years later, after we'd gotten married, I too lost my job. But here's the coolest thing about that: as difficult as it was in the moment, it was what provided me the opportunity to go to seminary at the perfect time, that I would meet a slew of people, 5 especially, that I get together with every year and have been doing now for over 20 years.
Yeah, your best friend.
And it's so it's so great.
What's his name, Rob?
My best friend Rob was not part of that.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And
high school.
sometimes at the time, inconveniences are tough, but
Yes.
sometimes in retrospect, they end up being, you look back on them and they end up being a great part of your life.
Yeah.
Or
true.
they've led to
True.
good things and opportunities. Sometimes not, but a lot of times
True.
they do.
What does
A lot of times that's what makes them memorable.
What does Robert Frost say?
Don't know.
2 roads diverged in the yellow wood. I took the one less traveled.
And
I can't remember.
it has made all the difference. And I think that is exactly that. We think back, and that interruption in our life turns out to being something significant sometimes. Even if it's as simple as someone knocks on our door and we have a conversation.
Come and knock on our door.
Okay,
We'll
you're
be
up.
waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you.
Oh,
Where the dishes are,
You're up.
I'm up.
hers and his.
Three's companies too. Poor Mr. Roper.
You know, I was watching a video from last week just for some reason.
No.
And I noticed that we all use our hands whenever we talk.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you all
Well,
noticed
there's nothing
that,
wrong
but
with that.
it's funny that when I start talking, here goes my hand.
Oh, yeah.
Don starts talking, there goes his hands. Not as much you, but you do.
One hand, because this hand is always back here.
So Bria has made a joke over the years about how I preach. And she would go this.
Oh my!
And she would do this.
And she also walks around with her hands behind her back.
No, I don't remember seeing that one.
I've seen her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just shocked because I didn't.
You realize how
people
much-
have told me I talk with my hands, but I didn't think
You're doing it
I
now.
didn't think it was.
You know what
that
it
much.
is? It's a sign of high intelligence.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
That when anybody ever, it was.
See, I don't talk with my hands because I have self-control. That's right. I said it. I have self-control.
Can I just move over a little bit? When you lie in church, All right. You got a story of an interruption that happened?
Of an interruption with a... No.
No, really.
I got nothing.
No?
I'll talk about the fire again.
No, don't talk about
I
the
know.
fire.
Well, that was certainly an
It
interruption.
was a huge interruption.
Yeah. And I could say that
Why can't he talk about the fire? That's a good example
Oh,
of
if
interruption
he doesn't
in his
want me
life
to.
and
That's not
how God was
Talk about the fire.
was brought into his life and he felt so close to God during that time.
I did. He was definitely taking care of me.
Yeah.
It was definitely an interruption. When you lose everything, it's an interruption. And then you worry about where you're going to sleep that night.
Yeah, and it wasn't just a momentary interruption or a one-day interruption. It was for a long period of
It
time.
took
It
2
was
years.
huge.
Yes, 2 years.
Every day was an interruption.
Yes, every day was. And I'm just getting over that now, to tell you the truth. I'm 2 years back in my house. And it still feels strange coming in there to that house instead of... I can still picture my clothes in the closet before the fire. And there's oftentimes I got that green shirt in there with that tie. It'll make it. No.
Yeah.
So one thing that I realized was how little you need. And I think there's something godly in that too. To deny everything that you need, what you need to exist. And it's a whole different list of things. I was a real clothes horse. And I'm not anymore.
Yeah.
But I also learned that from you.
Not to be?
Yeah.
You trying to say I wear the same thing all the time?
No.
Because I can say pot, kettle.
I know that.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I was a clothes horse. I'm not anymore.
You learned that from me.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just trying to hit you in a soft spot.
That's good. He'd probably still be wearing the fashions from 30 years ago. And
If I had $1 for every time I heard him tell about how he'd gotten this from so-and-so.
You know what? What am I going to do with you?
The only reason he was a clothes horse is because people just kept giving him stuff. Here.
No, I was a clothes
This doesn't fit me anymore. Maybe
before the fire.
That's what I mean.
No, I was a buyer.
No, really?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Were you the guy who didn't wash his underwear? He just bought new packages?
I always washed them. But that's why I got like 50 pairs of underwear. Yeah. I always
doesn't have
wash
to
them.
wash as often.
Yeah, I don't wash anyhow.
Mm-hmm. No,
I mean, clothes.
I know. I've noticed.
What? I've been to your house.
There's a reason Al's sitting on this side.
You know why? Because
He's noticed too.
we keep you in the middle.
Yes.
We keep you on
I
track.
can't get out. You
can't-
keep me on track.
On track.
That's good.
I know it is. We want to make sure that you survive.
So you're going to be traveling this weekend.
I am on Friday afternoon.
Be careful on 70.
I'm going to be going 80 miles an hour.
Between here and the Newark exit.
I'm going to go to the hotel first.
Yeah.
Get rid of my stuff.
So if you're heading west on 70 between the hours of...
Oh, say 1 and...
So 1 and 3.
1 and 4.
Pay attention
4,
for a black Cadillac that might run up behind you if you're in the passing lane.
Oh, no, I would never do that. Well, no. I can drive like Batman.
I know, yeah. Or coming home Saturday evening.
Now that'll be the flight. That'll be the flight.
Sure.
Remember, I told you I made it home here one time from Louisville in 4.5 hours. That was record.
I've been to Louisville
That was record.
once. I think I was in Louisville once.
I was flying down the highway, drove. My brother had left like 45 minutes before me. Flashed past them.
There's no way you beat him here when he was
No,
going to
he
Dayton.
was going to Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
But we were only sharing the same road for so long.
Right.
And so I didn't realize with him because I don't know. So I drove past and my phone rang and it was my niece. She said, Uncle Kent, is your Cadillac silver? And I said, yeah. She said, does it have Bose tires on it? I'm like, yeah.
Does it have what? Bose tires?
Yeah, you don't know what those are?
No.
Vogue, maybe Vogues? Vogues.
Vogue's tires.
Vogues.
No.
They're wider white wall with a gold stripe around the white wall. Very fancy.
All right.
No mileage on them, but very fancy looking. Anyway, so I had this, yeah,
Does your license plate say Clink 1?
it did.
That would have been the giveaway, wouldn't it have been?
Well, but she said I was going too fast to even, yeah.
But she noticed the tires.
She said, was that you? And I said, yeah, I wouldn't.
Two Cadillacs diverged on the freeway.
I used to have two.
I know.
I know.
Clink
it was Clink
1
1
and
and Clink
Clink
2.
2.
Yeah. Yeah. But, those were times gone by, water under the bridge, just, life goes on.
So prayers, though, for the Clink family.
From my
All of them.
My brother, his wife Gail, and his two daughters, Wendy and Tracy, and their families. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Tracy and Scott, and Wendy and Terry. Yes.
Tracy and Scott and Wendy and Terry.
Yeah.
And Gail.
And Gail.
And,
Yep.
and
So where did he play the piano at? Did he
He
play
did. In his game room.
in his game room? He
Yeah.
didn't perform in public, or didn't play
no,
at church,
not
or
like-
didn't
no.
play in a band.
Now,
or
my oldest
anything?
brother Jerry, or my oldest brother Fred, played in his church.
Okay.
Yeah. He
Fred
was.
Jr.?
Yes. And there's a Fred the Third too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's the doctor. He's just 5 years younger than me. Wow. Yeah.
That's great.
So I was 5 and became an uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what people did back then. But I was an uncle at 5. So being an uncle really didn't carry that
You're
much
everybody's
muster.
uncle.
Well, so far it's turning out like that, yeah. Am I your kid's uncle?
I don't know. I don't remember what they refer to you as.
Well, Bria signs me in every week now as the smoky guy. The smoky man. Smoky man.
Nobody takes the attendance sheet from there.
That-
I guess she doesn't refer to you as uncle then.
No.
Of what?
I guess she doesn't refer to you as uncle.
No.
Uncle Kenton.
No. She refers to me as, don't get too close, back off. Yeah. And that's my sandwich.
So this week in the life of our church, we've got a real fun event happening.
I know you
Saturday
do.
night. So
Oh,
sorry you'll miss that.
yeah.
But a murder mystery dinner. And
I know. I wish I was going to be there. That sounds good.
yeah, I think it will be. I don't know that we'll record it, although it could be fun to record it. I don't know.
I don't know
My
if
my
you
hat's
can,
going to
though.
be in it.
Is it really?
Yeah, not this one, but another hat.
Who
I don't know. We donated 2 hats to the cause.
okay, all right.
Is that
I've got a great hat. I think my hat is going to
Must have a Western theme to it.
there is a Western theme to it.
is that up here or downstairs?
It'll be downstairs. Although
Okay.
final rehearsal is tonight, so
Well, then how will everybody see what's going on?
everybody will be downstairs.
Is it in the
Dinner
round, or are you
tables,
going to
kind
do
of
it?
like that?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
but my hat's going to take the cake. Your hat's great. This hat, wow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. My neck might be sore from it afterwards.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Because your head is always so big.
I've got a hat that I found, boots that I'm going to borrow, and we'll see
Borrow?
the rest of borrow. Yeah.
We're going to borrow them.
Not going to burrow them.
Borrow them.
Borrow.
Borrow.
Anyway,
Borrow.
so it should be a lot of
Sorrow.
that should be a lot of fun. That's Saturday.
Say sorrow.
Sorrow. So
Okay. Savior.
Savior.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out.
Out.
Boat.
So it's a dinner kind of mystery thing. So the people at the table all have to guess what happened,
So
or
there are
who the
6
killer
yep.
is, and all that sort of stuff.
There are 6 characters.
And are you performing while they're eating dinner?
Basically, there'll be
in between courses or something.
In between courses, yeah. So,
Oh.
there will be 6 characters. They will talk and interact amongst themselves, almost like a stage production. And after 3 of these rounds, there will be an opportunity for people to write down whom they believe is the murderer.
So somebody's dead already?
Yes, yeah, you won't see any murder happening.
Aw.
That might be a bit macabre. So,
Well, I wanted to. If I was
you want
going
to play the murderer, the victim?
I wanted to be the dead guy.
Well, how's this? After this, you can come on downstairs. We will tape off your body on the floor.
You won't do it.
Oh, 100%
those
I
tape
will.
chalk marks,
Yeah, yeah,
around
I'll
the
do it.
body.
Chalk marks.
Yeah.
And everybody will go, I wonder who that is.
Mm-hmm.
And they can
And
have
he'll, with a smile on his
there
face,
can be
will say,
guesses as to whose body is
Right,
that.
that's
you know?
right. And if they watch the video, they'll know. All right, after we're done, we'll go downstairs and tape off your body.
So think about what position you're going to be.
Oh,
what position you're
no.
going to be in.
You got to be on face down. Though.
How was I killed?
You were shot in the back.
Oh, it's face down, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I could drop to my knees first and make it dramatic.
Yeah, but you're not going to be there. Remember.
Right.
So-
What
so
time's
the
it
killer
start?
was weak then. That shows us a sign of weakness when you get shot
What
in the
time
back.
does it start?
What time does it start?
See?
6.
I think it does. I
6:30?
think it's 6.
I don't know. You had to buy tickets, so whoever's coming knows what time they got to
Yeah,
be.
that's true.
It is closed now. There's no meal available. So anyway, that's
was
what's
it
happening
chicken?
Saturday. I honestly have no idea. That's happening Saturday. Sunday we've got worship and a wonderful opportunity to gather 8:30 and 11, and that's kind of what's going on.
And there's still openings in the bell choir and the choir.
Oh, my goodness.
The
there's
choir
sure-
will be singing. The bell choir. Do we have a date for the bell choir playing yet?
Yes.
Oh, what is it? When is it?
I don't know.
Okay. Is it October 20th?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay. I won't be here that day. I kind of hope it isn't, but
Is that when you're in
I'm in Honduras. Yes, I'll be in Honduras next month. Middle of
just for a week, not for a whole month?
1 week. No, in the middle of the month.
Yes.
Oh, mercy. To be
'Cause
gone
that-
for a month, I'd be in trouble.
You sure
a
would
lot
be.
of re- a lot
October
of-
13th.
The Sunday beforehand. Okay, cool.
What's October 13th?
The
Bell
bells.
choirs.
Oh,
Bell
oh.
choirs.
Bells
playing.
ringing.
Oh,
I think
We had last week at bell choir practice. We had a young lady come in and to try out for the first time. And
Tierney.
she said she used to when her younger days. She used to play bells at another church. She
Oh.
came in and I was on this side and she was on the other side, and we welcomed her at the beginning. And halfway through the first song, she put her bells down. She says, "I can't do this," and she left.
So,
But it's not that hard. I'm telling you,
not.
it's not that hard.
It's not. You know what, Al? I came in the same time she left, and I talked to her on Sunday. And the fact that you referred to her as a young lady, she will be over the moon about that. Because she, because she, I know she's older than you are, and you, but wonderful, sweet lady, wants to volunteer and involve new member of the church. And she's just, she said the strength isn't there anymore to ring the bells. So,
yeah. I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Stamina.
I explained to her I never even made it. Like I tried out.
Yeah.
For bell
All you have
choir?
to do is count.
Not for this bell choir. Back when I was in
Alvin.
grade school.
I forgot to tell you this.
All right, we are winding down, by the way.
Okay.
So,
Well, Alvin got assigned new bells in bell choir.
are they the biggest ones?
He had the biggest
Nice.
bells now. And if you would have watched him last week, make sure when they do ring that you watch Alvin because it's hysterical.
You going to take 2 hands
Oh no, he's moving
quickly?
He's got quickly. I don't know how you
Some
did
of the
that.
songs is a little bit difficult.
So what I always
I don't know
thought the
how you
bigger
did
the
that.
bell, the less they play.
but I've got more.
He got more
okay.
bells. He's got like 6 bells over there. Yeah.
Bells will be ringing.
Not yet. Okay, Christmas is not here yet. No. No.
I just had this conversation.
I think it'll be better when Sandy gets back because she's right next to me, and I might be able to she might be able to use
Oh,
play
yeah.
a couple of my bells when
Yeah.
I'm unable when I'm
Well,
playing something
is
else.
Sandy coming back?
That's what I understand.
Oh, good. Okay.
Karen for Mark.
Huh?
Little behind the scenes.
Right.
Conversation. Anyway, so yeah, worship Sunday 8:30 and 11, online or in person. Kenton's going to take a nap. Praying for your family.
Thank you.
This
Yes.
weekend.
Pray for
And-
my safe travel down there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot less music on Sunday if you're not safe.
Yeah.
So we'd like to avoid that.
Yeah.
Listen, in a moment, you'll hear some music that you might not recognize.
And then you might hear some music that you recognize and think, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
always that, too. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Got church?
Get church right here at Canonsburg UP Church. We will love you, we will teach you, and we will bring you into the arms of our family so you can enjoy us like anytime you want.
And bring a smile to your face.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
Have a great week. We'll
Bye-bye,
see you.
everybody. We'll be right back.